So now I want to move on to my next tip, tip 4, and it kind of piggybacks on the exposure principle during the day, but I want to tackle how to expose during the night or low light scenes. So I'm just going to share again. So this is a whole new world nighttime because your camera doesn't have as much light to work with here, unfortunately, because you obviously don't have the sun out. So you need to be able to make the most of available light sources. So firstly, finding locations that are 360 friendly and can light up your scene like this one here, but then also exposing that scene properly. If you were to put your camera in automatic mode in a scene like this one here, it's going to, all of these lights would be completely white and the shot would be blurry because it's setting the wrong shutter speed, and there would be noise and grain showing up in the shadows here. So this is where, again, you want to rely on manual exposure. When you're shooting at nighttime in low light or even interior shots, I would strongly recommend shooting in manual mode, because that really is the difference between a good shot and a bad shot. There are so many different kinds of lighting situations. So here's another one. So this is what I'm talking about. If you leave it to automatic mode, here we've got a scene of neon lights. This is what automatic mode will do. You can't even read what that says. Whereas manual mode, it's exposed perfectly. And that really just, it creates a sense of depth in the exposure that is really satisfying to look at. And it's just from switching into manual mode, and I've adjusted my ISO and shutter speed so I can see this clearly. Whereas sometimes a lot of 360 cameras, they just want to make everything bright. So if it's at nighttime, it thinks, hey, I need to make this shot really bright so people can see it, without factoring in bright light sources that could be completely overexposed. Or sometimes, say, it turns up the ISO too much that it completely ruins the shot and makes it unusable. Like, as you can see here, there's a lot more noise in this shot than that shot. So you can't always let your camera make these important decisions, because especially at nighttime, it chooses the wrong settings. So yeah, in the course, obviously go into this in more detail, cover whole wide range of different shooting situations.